It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. Company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world. And you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Samson Lee coming to you from Los Angeles, California. We're excited to be here today to share an empowerment session that many of you have been asking for. So now I know every session we have new people. So just a little bit about my background before we get started. I've been a business owner for many years, and in the last 20 years in this space of cross-border e-commerce. I've traveled the world. I've done well. I've gotten ahead, and now really, we're fortunate to be a part of 3. So we started about a year and a half ago, and this has been quite a journey. A journey of a lifetime for sure. Now, a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. So part of, if you don't mind me sharing, part of being successful is personal growth. Now, why is that? Well, when long time ago, when I first started my entrepreneur journey as a mortgage broker and real estate broker, I was building a small business, maybe about 10 people, and it was very local. And over time, I worked hard, and then a few years later, I got changed to the furniture industry. I started a retail store, and in 10 years, opened 3 stores. So again, very local within my community. Like most people, in business, we do business in the area in the city or state that we live in or province that we live in. Very seldom do we go bigger. So for those of you who have done bigger businesses, yeah, it's a little bit different because you have to be more open-minded and more resourceful, work harder to overcome a lot of challenges. Well, over these years, I've learned that. And look, the bigger the person you are, however you think that is, right? Maybe you think becoming successful, you have to work harder. Maybe for you to be successful, you have to have more. Maybe becoming successful, you have to have more experience and wisdom. Well, in a sense, yes, a little bit of each of those, absolutely. But today I'm going to share with you the idea how to really, elevate your mindset and how you think creates the words that you use to share, to talk, to do, the attitude and all that you are. So how you think determines a lot. And at the same time, how do you think is a question. I know I just said the word mindset, but at the same time, you definitely need in business have a heart also. Well, what I mean is that a lot of people think business is making money. No, that's like saying, I drive a car to put gas in. Okay, it doesn't really relate. So a business, what really a business does is that a business actually is creating value, creating a value that people want to have. So that's actually what creating a business is. So you're actually creating value. And how you create value is start by creating that value in yourself. In our business, we always talk about leadership leading a big organization. Like in our business is like very, very similar to many other things, such as a corporation or a military or maybe a basketball team, a sports team, or maybe a church or whatever. So it's about organization, about leading an organization. And what does that really mean, though? Well, if you don't know, it's okay. Because many years ago, when I first got into the industry, once I, had got out of my furniture business, I got into this industry, and as an auctioneer, I did not understand or know what a leader is or what leadership really means. So today, I'm going to break it down to some of the most simple things, such as don't lead anybody. First, lead yourself. So that's actually the truth. Once you start to lead yourself and successfully, you automatically will start to understand what it takes to lead other people. So today, that's what I'm going to share about. Okay. So how to elevate your mindset. Let me go ahead and start the presentation. Um, how do you change your circumstances from where you are today? How do you get to somewhere that you've never been? You have to elevate. You have to rise above. No, elevate means rise above. Like our three convention coming up. Rise up and rise above your circumstances. Rise above your current thinking. Um, and I'm going to share with you some thoughts. Look, to be successful, you have to set your goals, follow the plan, and have daily actions towards your goals. This slide, as I was, putting it together, is one of the most important things you need to do. Not only in business, but in life, I would say. Most people spend more time planning their travel than planning their life. So, a lot of people just ask, why am I where I am? Life is not fair. I was given this circumstance, but those are only what your ego is telling you, because it's been proven over and over again. It's not where you come from, it's where you're going that determines your future, right? So you have to set goals. And I would tell you, most people I find who struggle or fail in this business, because business is part of life. And well, let's not go too deep into it. But most people fail in the business because they didn't set goals at all. So they didn't know what they were going. They just think, oh, let me bring people, and I'll just, talk, share, and do a lot of presentation, make money, and that's it. But no, those are not really goals. Those are just daily actions. That's not a plan. Once you set your goals, also when you goal setting, be careful what you decide. Because, like Les Brown say, most people also fail, not because they didn't have goals, because they set their goals too low. We don't know what we don't know. We don't know what's possible. So in here, you have to set your goals, make a plan, and follow the plan with daily actions. In my previous empowerment session, I mentioned some of the things you need to do. Like any business, making money is a measurement of how you're doing in the business, right? Of course, everybody wants to make money. Money, literally, like how Kim puts it, is exchange of energy, exchange of value, exchange of energy. But at the end of the day, though, do you have something to give of value? It's not the product, because the product, it is what it is. It's about what you give from your heart, from your mind, from your actions. So you have to set your goals. Like I said, make money every day, cycle once a day at least, or twice a day, and 7 times a day, you're at 4-star, etc. So those are measurable, and how you come up with the plan is to go through it with your leaders to look at the compensation plan, set your goals, see how you want to change your life, and then go back to calculate how much money does it take to change your circumstances. Or if it's not money, because there are people with a lot of money on this call, as a matter of fact, the goal could be personal, but you still need a measurement. For example, if you want to, really be successful in this industry or in life, you want to build a large organization, you want to help a lot of people. Well, how many people you want to help? How you measure that, right? So we all have that in the back office report, okay? This is actually, like I said, a very important slide, right? So because a lot of you, look, we don't know our potential. We all start small. We all start small, just like any plants, like a seed. Some of us, we land on rocks, so it's hard to grow. Some of us get taken away by the birds, so we quit the business, become negative. We get distracted to somewhere else. Some of us, lands in good soil, and we have great sun and water and nutrient when we're in an environment, in a system where, in a global community where we can all thrive, right? So, but we don't know our potential. And, it's not that I have any superpower or anything, but over the years, having talked to and met with, got to know literally thousands of people around the world. We see the potential in people. We see the light. I would say probably 99% of people. We just don't know our own potential, but other people see it in us. There's certain things, certain characteristics or a character that enables somebody to be successful, to find what they want, okay, to build their dream. And like I said, it starts with why, right? Because it all starts with that. Well, look, this is the concept created by a very famous speaker, Simon Sinek, and about 10 years ago, actually, I got to know what he was about. He was very famous on doing a TED Talk, and he wrote some books, and now he's online doing, self-development and really helping not only individuals, but companies. Um, so most people, we know what we do. Every organization on the planet knows what they do. These are products that they sell or service that they offer, but how? How do they do it? Well, some organizations know how they do it. That's why they do well. These are the things that make them special or set them apart from their competition. For us, for example, we have cross-border e-commerce, we have amazing products, and we have cutting-edge science, and we have a global platform. But why we do it or purpose is very important. Very few organizations know why they do what they do. Why it's not about making money. That's a result. It's a purpose, cause, or belief. It's the very reason your organization exists and thrives. This is a very powerful idea. So, and this is actually very much in alignment of what we talk about in the business and how we think about the business and why we do the business. No, 3 is about purpose. It's okay if you don't know. It's okay just to search. But like I said before in my previous empowerment call, your why has to be personal and emotional. And maybe also once you have that and a little bit more beyond yourself, a greater why. So an inner why and a greater why. It's a very important idea, something to really, really hone in, think about. Because a lot of people say, Samson, please come talk with my group. Please motivate them. And I say, you know what? I can never motivate anybody. I can never tell you what to think, but maybe I can show you how to think, right? Maybe just share from my little snippet, being somebody who's achieved something, you know, big for some people, very small compared to others, but my experience, because like what I realize is we just don't know what we don't know, no matter how far along your journey that you are. But it's important that you grab onto people who have purpose, who are driven, who are doing what you want to do, who has achieved what you want to achieve. That's a very important part. So part of it is your why. It's very big. Your why is your motivation. Okay. So look, belief plays a big part in how we think, how we interact with other people. So have you ever heard of the eagle and the chickens? Well, if not, it's a beautiful story. Once there was a farmer who said one beautiful day, he said, no, let's go for a hike. I'm going to take the day off. Let me go walk, 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 walk. Hey, there's a mountain. Let me go hike. One of my favorite places in the world, for example, is Sedona, Arizona. Shout out to all of you out there. And as we go hike, up the red rocks in Sedona, this farmer, found this nest. This nest has some eggs in it. And look, and he said, wow, these are big eggs. And he was thinking, it's amazing what you can find in nature. Well, it was starting to get dark. So they say, you know what? Why don't I take one of the eggs and take it home. And so he grabbed one of the eggs, he climbed down the mountain, went back to his farm, put the eggs in the hen house with the hens. Well, one day, this egg hatched a chick. And this chick lived among The flock, every day doing, learning, eating, growing, doing what the chickens do. And one day, maybe a year or so later, the chick looks up and become full grown and saw the shadow that just boom sweeps over the farm. And everybody was scared. Everybody looked up and said, "What is that?" The chick asked. And the chicken said, "Oh, that's an eagle. That's the king of the birds. It flies so high. But we're just chickens. We got to stay from the eagles." Well, little do they know that this chick also was an eagle, but he thought he was only a chicken. So sometimes we just don't know. It tells some other people to tell us who we are and what's possible with us. And that's how it is. Look, you don't know your potential. As I was exploring this area called self-development, people say, a lot of people, they are afraid to be successful, or either that or they are driven by the fear of failure. Maybe they're successful, they cannot handle it. They don't want to know how powerful they are. They're just fine where they are. They want to hide in their hole. Other people are driven. Hey, I'm not going to fail. It's a fear, the fear of failure. So I'll just keep going and going and going and going, no matter what. Just chase, 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 chase. Well, but an eagle flies way above that, right? If you were flying high, what would you see? You would see everything. You would see the big picture, right? It'll be very focused, right? So part of that, it depends on how we live. Now, I've done a lot of reading in my time, and one of the most powerful books I've read, but it's a bit of reading. It's called Power versus Force by Dr. David R. Hawkins. He's a very famous psychologist. And he talked about how people live. And look, not everybody's going to understand this or believe in this, but it's a way to look at life. So on this chart here, it's in a way through about almost 4,000 people in a 10-year study. Dr. David R. Hawkins, he start to fine tune or find out how people live, the state that they live at, what level do they live at, and he assigned points to how people live. As a psychologist, a clinical psychologist, and even a counselor to presidents, Dr. Hawkins defined through Power versus Force in this book, he defined how people live energetically. So if you look at here, for example, if we live every day with our emotion of being shameful, it's very low energetically. It's only 20 points. The emotion every day we feel humiliated, okay, and miserable. Our life is miserable, okay. See that at the very bottom, right? But how do we change it? I don't know. Well, maybe some people, they live in a state of guilt. They do things out of guilt all the time. Do you know those people? Yeah. So, and and how they feel like, they blame themselves, they blame everybody. That's how they live. A very low energetic level. And the world is so evil. That's why, that's why I have the life that I have. So as you see it here, as you go up the scale, is that your energetic level gets higher, your emotion, how you live, your life view changes, right? So for example, even at the border between pride and courage, well, there is a difference. People can have a prideful life, okay? And by having pride, they have to be better than everybody else. So by doing that, the way they live, well, the emotion is scorn. They don't like other people. They have to push other people down to make themselves feel better. And life view, they're demanding. That's how they live. They're very demanding. Yes, they have a lot of pride. But is that really the way to live? Well, it's still not necessarily a positive or a powerful. It's a very forceful way to go through life. That's why it's power versus force. Where you start to get power is through courage, through neutrality, acceptance, and trust, and willingness, and reasons, and love, and joy, and peace, and enlightenment. You know, that's where you actually can draw power from. So how does it relate to the business? Well, a lot of people, they are afraid to talk to people. They're afraid how people look at them. Maybe they have some pride. Maybe they have some shame. Maybe they have, other things which takes their power away. And they have to force their way through the business. They have to force themselves through the process. And I say all this, look, so that you are aware. You are aware of where you are and where you need to be. So knowing that courage, and you have courage and you use that. And even though, is it possible? Yeah, if you have courage, anything is possible. Nothing is impossible. Possibility only comes with courage because you have to reach out with your courage for the possibilities. Wow, look, you have to have acceptance of other people. By accepting, you also can forgive. And you can live peacefully, harmoniously with other people. Be a part of that community. And look, as you go up, you look at love, joy, and peace, and enlightenment, very high energetic level. It is what it is. It's perfect. It's complete. Satisfaction. Now, if you look at that, money is not on this chart. so this has nothing to do with money, but everything to do with your inside. Recently, it relates to this in a way. It was on Instagram, I was just browsing, and somebody said, you know what? Most people chase something that they want. It could be this thing, it could be that, it could be someone, on a daily basis and chase. But very few people ask themselves what they don't want. Powerful. Because when you go chase, when you have something you want, you go chase it, it's normally on the outside of you. But when you have people ask themselves what they don't want, guess what? That question goes directly to the inside. Very powerful. And I say all this, and some of you are like, hopefully some of you are starting to get it, because all I'm doing is trying to help you to be aware of where you are in life, emotionally and psychologically, because for the average person, if we are just trying to climb the ladder of life, trying to be better, trying to get better, well, we try to be perfect on the outside. We don't like to be vulnerable. Okay? Well, here's something about vulnerability and perfection. Well, in Texas, there's a very famous sociologist, Dr. Brene Brown. I heard her say, when perfection is driving us, right? How many of you want to be perfect? You have to appear perfect. When perfectionism is driving us, shame is riding shotgun, and fear is in the back seat. Okay, so if you visually, it's like you're driving a car. If perfection is driving us, shame is riding next to us. Fear is in the back seat because we're afraid to be not perfect to other people. We're afraid not to appear good to other people. And that's a struggle. That takes away your power. Vulnerability, though, on the other hand, is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's our greatest measure of courage to reach into the realm of possibility. Vulnerability, who knew? It's part of it. Like I said, let's read it again. Vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen. And when we have no control over the outcome, we don't know what's going to happen. But regardless, we're going to take a shot at it. We're going to jump off that cliff, hopefully with a parachute. Okay, get to work, take a risk, open your mouth to say something, to share with somebody. The 3, opportunity and the products, because people need it. You don't know what somebody would do with this gift. Okay. Vulnerability is not weakness. Being vulnerable is not weak at all. Actually, it's the greatest measure of courage or strength because you don't care. Some of you know people in our business that don't care what people think, regardless. They don't care about their status. They don't care about how people look at them. They just know. They just know what they're here for. Very powerful. That's your true power. But it does take courage to show up. People don't show up. They're afraid. What are they afraid of? How they look, right? So in a way, vulnerability is one source of your power. And perfectionism, how you live. It's out of fear. That's your state of living. So on authenticity starts with loving yourself and forgiving yourself. This is one of the things that most people cannot do or never thought about to do. To be honest, look, nobody's perfect, right? I'm not perfect. I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and everybody does. When you get older, when you look back, you start to think, oh, I could have done that, I could have done that. Oh, I didn't do so well, and I should have done that differently. That's why old people are wise, right? There's a joke in Chinese. When they look at somebody's face, if the forehead's very high, that means they are very wise. Or other than that, they're older and have less hair, right? So, but love yourself and forgive yourself. That's very important. Once you can accept yourself for who you are and be at peace with that, then you can speak from who you are. Okay? A lot of people cannot connect with other people. They're afraid. I know people who make a lot of money, but they cannot connect emotionally to other people. They're just happy all the time, but it's from a very superficial level, only on the outside. But somehow inside that you never see the other side of them, never see the painful side, never see the struggle side. They never reveal themselves because they're in pain from something. So money doesn't buy you happiness, but doesn't buy you joy. It might buy you a lifestyle, but it doesn't buy your peace. It doesn't buy your joy. Okay. You have to find it from within. First, to be authentic. Love yourself, forgive yourself, speak from who you are. Be in alignment. Being in alignment means, say what you do, be in alignment from your heart to your mind, to your mouth. When people say something they don't do, they're not in alignment, right? Now, I'm not saying, have I done that? Yeah, I have definitely done that. I haven't been in alignment before, and I recognize that. We all strive to be better every day. Not perfect, but to be better. Be in alignment. Say what you do. When you speak, have some commitment to what you say. And I tell my son all the time, you need to do that. Just don't tell me something for the sake of telling me. It doesn't do anything. But if we're going to be true to each other, true to ourselves, where we don't need to forgive ourselves because we speak our own truth. Okay, not a relative truth, but our own truth in terms of what we say, what we do, what we say, what we mean. Be in alignment. You can go to bed a lot easier every day, and have compassion for yourself, and be compassion for yourself, and automatically for other people. Be that. Because the world is so big. Really, practice gratitude. There's gratitude. Scientifically, it activates certain positive chemicals, hormones in your body that makes you feel good. Gratitude and compassion, when you do that, you get that dopamine. You feel good about it, right? It's a chemical process. If you ever doubt, ever struggle, ever thought, doubt yourself, doubt this, doubt that, blame this, blame that. If you catch yourself doing that, you know how you turn yourself around? Instantly. Think about what you are grateful for. But let's rethink the situation. I'm here because this person is that because. Be grateful, practice gratitude, and then your whole chemistry, changes, your whole state of being changes, and the way you talk and think start to change immediately. Okay, because once the dopamine plugs up that receptor in your cell, okay, the cortisol, which comes from stress and fear, uses the same receptor in the cell. It cannot go into that. So you won't feel fear if you have gratitude. Yeah. So look, in life, you want to you want to find the inspiration. You want to be the inspiration. You want to have joy. You want to have courage. You have to thrive. Think about that. How you want to live? Do you want to live in life where it's just black and white, or do you want to live in color? So this is, in a way, fear versus love, right? The opposite of fear is not courage; it's actually love. Uh-huh. So practice that, and that's why in three we want to talk about in the business: love yourself, love your family, love your community. A lot of people, it takes a little time to get there, but for the people who have a little bit of self-awareness, they know what that is. Because through that, massive success can come with it. That's why some of the biggest organization in the world has nothing to do with money, but everything to do with love. So fear and passion cannot exist in the same space. Live in your passion daily. And what creates your passion? Your passion is your purpose, knowing who you are, finding the joy in what you do. If you only knew, or maybe some of you already, that a simple sharing of opportunity and somebody taking a hold of it, they can change your life. And how they change started with you sharing that opportunity. Think about that. That's why for us, we're very opportunity driven. The products, it works, they sell themselves. Tons of stories. But it's those moments of supporting your partners and your team that you learn about them, and but at the same time learn about yourself, where you can start to peel away yourself, the layers of you who have hidden you, who have dimmed your potential, who has covered your potential, who have covered your self-awareness because of fear, because of how you were growing up, maybe because of things that you were told. How you become powerful in life, in the business, is to love yourself as you would love other people. If you don't know how to love yourself, how can you love others? At the same time, in this business, in our business, it's a people business. It's about relationships. You know, we don't sell, we don't sell products. We sell wellness. We sell community. We sell a positive environment. We sell a platform where people can thrive. We sell a stage, a global stage where people can become themselves, that people can change. And how do we do that? By sharing the stories, our stories, your stories, why you're here, what is your purpose. The products, they sell themselves. This three is amazing platform because how the leadership here, not only Kim, I mean, we talk about hundreds, not thousands of people who are on track to build a multi-billion-dollar company. Now that's a measurement, but like I said, what is a part of that is an opportunity where people can live the life that they want, regardless of their environment or surrounding, because they have independence through physical wellness, financial wellness, and spiritual wellness. Okay. So that's my training today. I don't know. I hope you got something out of it, if not just one thing. In this journey, what I've shared today is on a very different level. If you don't quite get it, well, I hope you at least take away one thing. But through the journey, you will know more about yourself and automatically about other people. As a result, your business will grow so much more easily. Plug into the system, be empowered daily, right? daily. Go after your goals, work your plan. If you don't have one, get with your sponsor, get with your leader who can help you create that plan. What do I need to do? What are the specific things? How many people do I need to talk to? Who do I need to talk to? Right? The wow book. How do I get through it? All right. Okay, folks. All right. Much love to all of you. Have a great evening, a great day coming up for some of you like me out here in North America. May God bless all of you. Okay, we'll see you on the next empowerment. Take care.